Birds are born with no shackles, then one fetters my fate. Blown away the white petals, leave me trapped in the cage. The endless isolation can't wear down my illusion. Someday I'll make a dream unchained. Let my heart bravely spread the wings, soaring past the night to trace the primal light. Let the clouds heal me of the stings, gently wipe the sorrow off my life. I dream. What is meant by miracle? A word outside my days. Once again, repeat wobbles, but how could I? No further hesitation on those unanswered questions. So now I'll make a dream unchained.
All right, everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Yun-Li, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword!
Now is not the time to use your reputation like that. If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Luofu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yun-Li is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yun-Li is the main suspect. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yun-Li openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed Arumatons in an attempt to get the sword. Am I right?
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored. and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap, just a few inches wide. Hey! It's just a theft. All right, everyone is theft. The box containing Guyun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
Yeah, I don't think it was stolen on a whim.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Guyun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword. In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place? That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal. That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal. Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any suspicious individuals. Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission. You might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Xianzhou. In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Luofu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right? So, did you steal it? Then stop joking around.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't have stolen the sword.
Put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yun Li.
Fair enough.
So...
I didn't steal the sword.
Well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. If you want to prove me wrong, you'd better come up with some solid evidence.
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yun Li clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
Could have thought that the Miekaki vesa would be stolen, and that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission. And now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting. That's enough, young lady. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Mieja Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies. What is, Helio? What? Never mind. The point is that the Mieja Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way, and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away. There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword, but leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to? I mean, carrying around the sword like that would be pretty conspicuous. Wouldn't a thief prefer to take the case as well?
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious Arumatons were smashed!
Yunli says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yunli can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yunli yesterday, young lady. so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me? No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now. After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored. I'm counting on you, then.
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone. All right. Come back to me when you're ready.
Why is this flower petal inside the case? So, the thief took the sword from the case without...
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone.
Thank you. But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Dahao.
A 100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off. Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yoon Lee. Miss Yoon Lee caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Gu Yun, but you stopped her in her tracks.
What Dahao said seems right. Exactly. So at least Yoon Lee didn't steal the sword at that time, because we were at the Orumatan warehouse.
If your testimony is reliable. I'm not implying anything, but we need to scrutinize every piece of evidence. Miss Yoon Lee caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Gu Yun.
What Dahao said seems... Exactly. So
if your testimony is reliable. Miss Yoon Lee caused a ruckus throughout the entire...
Your statement isn't quite accurate. Argenti, the delegation members, and even me, we were all at the Artisanship Commission at some point.
True. But they all left after delivering the sword. And the craftsman overseeing the handover confirmed that they couldn't have left with the sword. We looked into it as well. Before Gu Yun was handed over, the Psycrane at the entrance of the Artisanship Commission captured you leaving. But there's no record of Miss Yoon Lee leaving.
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance after smashing the Arumatans?
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yoon Lee. Miss Yoon Lee caused a ruckus after bidding farewell to you. Yoon Lee pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone.
After Yoon Lee and I went our separate ways, I messaged Master Gong Shu to inform him about the incident. And much later, Master Gong Shu told me the sword was confirmed safe. So up until that point, Yoon Lee couldn't have stolen it. Can I prove this?
After bidding farewell to you, Yoon Lee pretended to leave. But wait, you messaged Master Gong Shu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there. However, it only proves the sword wasn't stolen up to that point.
I didn't do it!
After bidding farewell to you, Yoon Lee pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Gu Yun. We haven't found any other suspects.
Looks like you're missing some crucial evidence.
There are no signs of the arsenal being broken into, so... the only real evidence is the sword case.
No, the fact that there are no signs of a break-in is suspicious in itself. Which piece of evidence should I use to convince...
We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I carefully examined the lock of the sword case, and there were no signs of tampering or damage.
What does that mean?
As to why the case was never locked in the first place, only the people who delivered it to the Artisanship Commission would know. Plus, I found something else inside the case. Should I use to further convince Dahao?
We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it during the search. Why was there a petal inside the case?
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Luofu.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship, the one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
welcomes you, while a drizzle dashes dust. while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust. While a drizzle douses dust. While a drizzle douses dust.
Success and failure. How are you trying?
Stream 4.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon. Yes, I did. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyun and uphold my knightly oath.
What? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down. I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity, in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it over to me!
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyun that impressed me, so I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyun's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a Knight of Beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely
No, I am touched by Master Guyun's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyun away from this Xianzhou.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you. I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyun in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyun to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyun over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got. You're not going to use Guyun to fight for victory?
Behold, this symbol of pure beauty! Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night. Fiend or devil?
You're a real weirdo.
Rise to the
Stand
challenge.
still. Memories are ever changing. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Rise to the challenge.
Destined for
Rise to the
oblivion.
challenge.
Relax.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Rise to the challenge. Let's sign
Familiar.
Stay put!
Don't worry, it's just a scrape on the still waters of oblivion.
Bear witness. Let the duel commence.
Destiny isn't
Confess. Put forth all your might.
Time's passage. Oh, you'll eventually rest upon you.
You're fighting a gentleman.
You're not going to use Guyun to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
Fiend or devil?
You're a real weirdo.
Thanks. You're too good to me. Memories are ever changing. Beneath the silent waters lies an endless abyss. May as well kill them all.
Rise to the challenge.
From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul. I weep for the departed. Stand still.
Pledge thy loyalty. My gallant friend, put forth all your might. Confess.
This is it. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
The flesh wound.
Here, all yours.
Rise to the challenge. Bear witness. To honor.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
You're fighting a gentleman.
Don't come any closer!
Move aside, amateurs! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Pledge thy loyalty.
Familiar. From the still waters of oblivion I guide the wandering souls. Again?
The threads of destiny aren't... Memories are ever beneath the silent waters. Lies an endless abyss!
Behold, this symbol of pure beauty. Let the duel commence.
Give me strength!
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Confess! Put forth all your on your own side!
Another journey begins. Again? Oh, eventually rest.
You're not going to use Guyan to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
Fiends or devils! I'll crush them!
Memories up beneath the waters lies an endless abyss!
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
The flesh wound! Rise to the challenge!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Rise to the challenge! Pledge thy loyalty! Put forth all your on your own side! Confess! Get that! Rise to the
Another
challenge.
journey begins. Still waters of oblivion.
This ends here. In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Mind your manners.
Get that!
Destined for oblivion.
Let the duel commence. Pledge thy loyalty!
What do you want to...
Hope you're prepared. Rise to the challenge.
Pick on someone your own. Get that!
forth all your might.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Still waters of oblivion.
Here comes some of your own.
Rise to the challenge.
Get them!
This ends here.
Bear witness.
Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Rise to the challenge.
It'll heal.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
The flesh wound.
I'm scared.
Stay, get them!
Rise to the challenge.
Ill fate descends.
Behold, this symbol of pure beauty.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You're fighting a gentleman. Rise to the challenge.
Get them!
Another on still waters of oblivion.
Confess.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Put forth all your might. Rise to the challenge.
I'm gonna hold everyone back and
Get them!
Put forth all your might.
Free will, or was it fate?
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Rise to the challenge.
don't come any closer.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Destined for oblivion.
Ill tidings manifest.
Hope you're prepared.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Bear witness. To let the duel commence.
Get them!
Rise to the challenge.
Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion.
Pledge I'm going. Put forth all your might.
Is that all?
Destiny isn't chosen. Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
I'm scared.
Stay put! Get them!
This ends here. In the name of Landau. We have a situation at hand. Will forged in ice never falters!
For chivalry. I've lost. According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you. But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and Listen to Master Guyun's past experiences.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, Knight.
But...
You've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone. I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Fine. Show me your past.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Is this your memory?
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
Quiet, and stay alert. Boris and Wolf Troopers never give up the hunt.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet. The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. People on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borisin army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
It's true that I'm stranded here, but it seems like that Borisin pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyon, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
What was the memory I just saw?
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight, stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borisin. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
I'm alive. And all the young people in the village.
They died. They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borisin. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance, but despair. This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borisin. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in, they just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their Beastmasters. You beheaded one of the Beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borisin taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. The Borisin cut off my head. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely. I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, and some even joined my resistance. The rest of the Xianzhou natives' life is still terribly long, and there will be new youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed. However, fear not, my children. I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon. But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too.
Oh?
You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end, my old friend. How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
They've learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. You left me there without ever looking back.
Thank you, my old friend. Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste? My old friend.
A hint of bitter compassion, and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home. During the sword-gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyon on Kalevala. And now, I'm sure that Miss Yun Li is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yun Li, I trust Guyon's experiences have changed your mind.
That's why Grandpa hid it from me. So I wouldn't make a hasty decision. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyon is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
Now that we've proven Miss Yun Li's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No. I'm still going to melt down this sword. I've heard your true desires, Guyon. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
That's not true, Guyon. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the Swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You were...
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyon, and transform you into something different.
Something different.
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yunli?
What do you all think?
Fulfilling Master Guyon's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With Adrilla's blessing, you could turn Master Guyon into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret, perhaps? You were completely determined when melting down the sword, so why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the Luofu?
Oh? Am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this. At least Guyon got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Understood. But what about the prize?
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
That's perfect.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Arum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Hmm.